Thanks very much, Ekta. A serious challenge that requires a proper investigation. Aviation regulator, the DGCA, has imposed another penalty of 10 lakh rupees on Air India, this time for two incidents that occurred on the Paris to Delhi flight on the 6th of December. One passenger was caught smoking in the lavatory and was not adhering to the crew's instructions. Another allegedly relieved himself on a vacant seat and blanket of a fellow female passenger. The DGCA says the penalty is because Air India did not report the incident to the regulator and delayed in referring the matter to its internal committee. And here's more on Air India. The latest in the Air India November 26 urination incident. The airline has issued a statement saying it has closed the investigation into this matter. It says the derostered crew have been cancelled and have returned on duty. But most importantly, Air India says it deems the license suspension of the commander excessive and will assist him with filing an appeal. Separately, 6 different cabin crew and pilot unions have written to the DGCA urging them to withdraw the harsh punishment and suspension of the pilot in command. The unions add that the accused passenger's polite and cooperative decorism was the very reason that the pilot and the cabin supervisor and the crew on board could not have branded him an unruly passenger. UPI has been one of the biggest generational changes that has swept India. The country's millennial and Gen Z population has lived through this transformation and been quick to get hooked onto the new trend. As part of CNBC-TV18's ongoing series, the UPI generation, Radhika reports on the biggest use cases for the payment revolution.
Choice. It's one of the things that makes young India tick, but it's not just about choice in what to eat or wear or own. It's also about choice in how to pay for what you want. And that's where UPI, or Unified Payments Interface, has scored big. For India's millennials and Gen Z, the evolution of this choice has unfolded before their eyes. From having to carry cash, they moved to debit and credit cards, then to the ease of net banking. And now they have the choice to scan and pay using just their mobile phones. Experts say this choice has also molded the spending patterns of these two generations. A CNBC-TV18 poll of young Indians residing mainly in urban areas revealed these youngsters most often whip out their UPI apps when ordering food through food aggregator apps. 79% of them said this is their most employed use case. Physically buying food at restaurants and groceries at stores comes second at 72%, with online shopping a close third at 70%. Paying for cabs on aggregator apps like Ola and Uber rank fourth at 65%. But this popularity goes beyond just ease of payments. It's also about low transaction costs.
Since UPI has launched, people have now stopped using cards also. Majority people want to do it, scan it and pay. There is no deductions, first of all. Right. In the card payments, there are deductions. But we do majoritarily around 20% of the 20 to 25% sales through the online sales, online food aggregators. I am using UPI for my all transactions. I don't keep cash.
So what are the favorite apps?
For ordering my meal in the mess, in the canteen, and like whatever you use it is, like you tell online shopping, everything, I use GPay for that.
Normally for Zomato, Swiggy, Amazon, Uber, Ola and all these apps.
For literally everything, like college canteen, online shopping, Zomato, everything.
It's not just online stores and businesses that have seen a jump in business due to increased adoption of UPI. It has also changed the way brick-and-mortar consumer-facing entities operate, whether they're mom-and-pop stores or restaurants or clothing stores or even travel agents.
Making payments, the biggest challenge that we had was, which we kind of now don't realize because we're using it so much, is the change. And that expression that we are changed there now, that the shopkeeper either is running to the next shop to find change, or the person is struggling to give change. Or say the grocery store is giving you 5 candies instead of the change. Now, with UPI coming in and you are making this, so it doesn't matter whether it is the bill is ending with a 3 rupee or a 5 rupee or a 7 rupee.
The success of UPI in India has become a talking point for the government.
At a recent Google event, IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw said that the UPI platform is already being deployed in countries like Nepal, UAE, France and the UK. And India is also in talks with 30 other countries to expand the UPI footprint further. But this rapid adoption and explosive growth has brought with it its own set of challenges. I'm Radhika and I get into all those details on the next edition of the UPI Generation right here on CNBC-TV18.
Well, that's the UPI